How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. So, it's been a really weird last couple well, I guess it's only been a week, but, been a weird last 2 weeks. Just been busy with some things at school, as well as there was a hurricane which prevented this from coming out on Friday, particularly just due to the kind of lack thereof power, but power fluctuations. So getting this uploaded is not fun. Anyway, so this is coming out on Saturday instead of Friday. And then I've just been busy during the week, so we haven't made as much progress as I would have liked to have made. But the progress that was made is we now have coal power. We have a decent little bit of coal power. We have I don't think this is actually enough for all of these, if I remember correctly. I believe these are pulling a rate of something or other. But one of these is balanced for 4, and the other one's balanced for the other 4, or maybe it is maxed. I don't know. Or no, it's the water that's not 100%, because this only has enough for 300 meter cubed. And we need 360, I believe, cubed, because each one uses an amount or something. I don't know. I just know we don't have enough water. So, then we have a pump here, of course, so we can make sure that we get the water up there. But we do have actual power now, actual renewable power. So I'm going to go ahead and connect that there. I have learned quite a few things while playing in our multiplayer world. Both just from playing as well as experimenting and whatnot. So things should go a little bit faster than they have previously. I'm also getting a little bit better at the sled jumping than previously. And then we just need to connect this to a power pole like that. Cool. Alright, should have power. Max consumption. What? Unless... the hell? Why does that one have something on the graph, but the other one didn't? There we go. I'm confused. I don't know, everything's working, so I'm gonna not think about it. Our little biomass setup here is still, you know, kind of chugging along, and it'll be here, and eventually I'll scrap it and get rid of it, but it's a nice little power cell for now. I don't think I made any changes in here. We did get to phase 2. So now we're about where we left off last time. However, I do know they have made it more expensive than it was previously. I believe they doubled the smart plating and the versatile beams. Otherwise, it's not too bad. It's not powered. No. Okay. Oh yeah, that's all power now. But, and so of course we'll try to have this segment, or this floor will be most of our shopping mall needs. In terms of where we're at, there is more flat-ish space kind of to the south over here. I mean, it doesn't look like the topology kind of hints at it having some slope, but basically from where we're at here, south, we can put stuff, because that's kind of where we have our bootstrapped production now. And we're going to set up some stuff, I think, over here in the long run. The problem is, however, even though we do have a lot of iron coming in, we don't have a lot of pure nodes, because I believe most of our nodes here are normal, impure, and I think we might have 1 or 2 pure nodes. But even with all of this iron, not all of it's functioning just yet, but we will try to get as much as we can. Ideally, however, because we started over on the western side. I believe we started in the forest to start. We have a good little bit of iron on that side of the world, so I'm thinking we can do something from that. but we'd need to build a highway, and let me tell you, even with blueprints, building a highway is annoying, a pain in the butt. Yeah, we can use the dirt paths that exist. My only thing with those, my only gripe, is the tractors are terrible, and I haven't played with trains yet. But the AI and the tractors, it's okay, but good god, if you have more than one in a path or even in a remote area together, they are... It is like having Twiddle-Dee and Twiddle-Dum together. Because, like, they try to go separate ways, but it just doesn't work. Alright, so I think what we're going to do today is try to set up the rest of our beginner production that we have, like, from over here. Get it moved into our new home here. And then that way we can reutilize this space here for more factory, because we can expand this essentially this way as well. Which will be nice to have. And we'll basically build into the cliffs as needed, or onto them, I guess, as needed. So we have, I believe, rods and plates. And so let's go see what else we can try to get ourselves into. Also just another addition to the hurricane thing. We thankfully only had a little bit of loss of power and some wind gusts and some rain. Everybody here is fine, but I have seen some of the other areas are not quite as fortunate. So definitely, if anybody is in any of those areas, stay safe. Don't do anything dumb. And, yeah. Okay, so we have iron rods, we have iron plate. We want screws. Basically, let's see. Yeah, one of these is going to fill up a belt, so I'm going to just only have one. Because it doesn't make sense in my mind to do two. I'm going to just do one for now. Because we have screws in a machine. And then... Oh lord. We're going to need quite a bit of copper for these. I'm going to put these on the other side, actually. I have iron over here, and then I have copper on that side, and then just have this be our bootstrapped factory. My goal is to slowly compress the whole building as much as possible, so... Like right now, we're kind of just not wasting space, but we're utilizing it a little bit less efficient than we could. So let's get setups 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's the copper sheets. And then 30 per minute. Okay, so there's a full belt. And I'm just doing these all based on tier 1. And then you need 60 per minute, so one of these needs 2, so we actually need 4. Select recipe. So one of these needs... Or it doesn't need 4, but you'll see here in a second. Merger. Then like this. Like a full belt needs it. Okay. And then disconnect something like that. I think that's all the copper stuff. I don't think there's anything else that we can get access to right now. So today we're just going to focus on trying to get some copper set up. I don't actually know how far away copper is from our current location. I know we have, let's see, 1, 2 nodes. And I know there's a node over there. Because I remember from our old save there was one over here. So that's 1. So we have impure, a normal, And there should be a normal one here, so that's 30, 60, 60, so 120, 150. Oh, did I not set these ones? They're gonna be copper sheets. So these are 20 per minute. Then we have 6 of them. So that's 120 right there. And 30 between these two. So it's 150, so we can only have enough copper for this many machines. And then these 4, because 15, 15 is 30, 30 and 30 is 60, 60 plus 150, we need 210. So we need, I think, one more mine. So we're going to have to maybe explore east, northeast, or southeast and try and get more copper. There might be some over to the west, I'm not sure. But we will have to see. So let's try to get some of those furnaces up, and we're going to probably do the same sort of setup as we have with the iron. If you haven't seen what that looks like, that just looks like this. Where we keep the furnaces like so. Let's turn our light just so it's a little bit brighter. And because we do vertical integration, I don't have to worry as much with some things, which is nice. I was perusing the subreddit and looking at some of the spaghetti monstrosities that players make. Please tell me that not everybody builds like that. Because, like, okay, on one hand, it is atrocious. Like, I would not want to actually work in that factory. But, like, you gotta give a hand to them. If they can make that function, I'm surprised. But also, I kind of want to explore one of the spaghetti factories, but I would probably lose my shit, as I would just be going, huh, so why did they do that? Or, huh, why is that even a thing? Oh, I can almost find, why is this not lining up with those? Ooh, wait, okay. I wonder if it's because these I didn't set into the wall like that one. Is that why? That one has a space. It's gonna annoy somebody, and I'm kind of sorry about it. So I will fix it. Okay. So we do want the space, so let's go ahead and adjust. Bring one closer to me. One further away. I'm like, what is it overlapping with? Okay, now it's lined up. Oh, in other news, Frostpunk 2 has come out, and I know I keep saying, like every episode, I'm gonna play it, every episode of it. I just haven't had the time, unfortunately, to do it. Hopefully this weekend. Honestly, I don't know. It's coming. Whenever I play it, it's gonna be a blind playthrough, so like I have no idea much about it, other than I have read some of the reviews. It's a mixed bag. Some people say it's a good improvement to the first, and that it was as expected. And you know, there are some shortcomings, but overall, it's pretty good. The thing that people I've seen dislike about it is, in the first one, in case anybody isn't aware, it was more grotesque. There was survival. You had to make hard choices for your colony. It was like a colony sim. And so there were certain choices you had to make about who lives and who dies. And you felt very connected to the people in your city because all of them had names, and you knew, like, oh, little Timmy has gotten sick. Okay, well, do I keep little Timmy alive and invest those resources, or do I try to build these other things that are going to provide a better whatever for everyone else? And so you had those decisions. It was really fun. There was a lot of moral dilemmas, and I like those sorts of games where it makes me think, okay, even though, yes, I'm playing a video game, I still have to think. how do I keep XYZ from happening, but also keep little Timmy, little Julia, little whatever, Jane Doe alive? I like those sorts of games. I've played this War of Mine, it was really good. I've played Sheltered. All really good indie-ish games. However, where Frostpunk 2 is different, in order to expand on a game like that, you can, but they decided to go the route of, okay, we've survived. Your city, it has survived, so now it is time to govern. And they kind of played off of that. So instead of carrying at the micro level of little decisions of, okay, well, little Timmy doesn't eat, that's one less worker, and if I don't have the worker, then that's no wood, and if there's no wood, there's no heat, and if there's no heat, everybody suffers, so I need to make sure little Timmy's carried. Well, in Frostpunk 2, from the sounds of it, is you have factions, and so instead of pleasing just little Timmy, well, now you're pleasing little Timmy, little Julia, basically all the children, and they're all kind of doing their own thing. So it's like, okay, so you can't just focus on one faction, or one person rather. Now you're focusing on the whole like class of people. So like classism, I guess, is a thing in the game, so to speak, or factionism. So it does make for interesting gameplay, but where people don't like it is because now you're making it more of a colonial management and less of a kind of that rugged, on the edge, constantly in peril. Because now you're more of like, okay, well now you have to deal with the politics of your settlement, the politics of your city, and some people don't like that, and that's fine. Not everybody likes that, but it is kind of just the obvious next stage for a game like Frostpunk in my mind, right? Because you go from, okay, we've survived, like in The Walking Dead, or I guess any post-apocalyptic show, where you have this peril, you overcome the peril, and now, or at the very least, you learn to adapt to that peril. And so now it's a decision of how do we go forward? And so we're seeing those returns of now we have to figure out how do we manage this growing society. And it's very interesting. There's a lot of new mechanics to Frostpunk 2 that just weren't simply in the first one. So I'm very excited to see what we get in terms of actual gameplay. I have seen some things. Oh, I don't like that because I know what creature that is. I am terrified of some of the creatures in this. I mean, ooh, Mercer Sphere. Even though I know we can deal with them, it is absolutely terrifying. Like, that thing is terrifying. But what's more terrifying are the larger ones. Oh yes, they get
Samples
larger.
of unknown
Sorry in
alien
advance for
species
anybody with
acquired.
arachnophobia.
Initial data suggests these are predators,
They're
but
kinda like
notably
ants,
they
but
do
like,
not have a
good
traditional
God, that
mouth
is
or
terrifying.
eyes.
I'm sorry.
There are,
I'm sorry for
however,
anybody who,
numerous cavities on their head which could fulfill a
dislikes that.
similar function. Research
Crud.
the remains in the MAB to establish classification
I've
and
also gotten
potential
into the habit of
countermeasures.
just building these things everywhere because they're just... Because I forget that this game is the type of game... Okay, that's just you. I thought it was a spider. Like you? You're like a little doggy who just shoots things at me. I think of these ones as like water. Like they're water benders. They're shooting water, but then the bigger ones are like fire. But I guess it's plasma. But I've gotten in the habit of building these things and just deconstructing it because it's like whatever. You get your resources back. I saw you. You don't scare me anymore. I saw a post on Reddit about those spiders, and it was apparently one of them killed their doggo. And I'm just like, oh my god, poor thing. And it then just proceeds to show a storage box full of remains, and I'm like, poor doggo. But then, oh, it was funny. Let's get power to one of these things. Okay. Oh. There? To there. Cool. Alright. Looks like we are about out of time, so I'm going to finish getting this all connected. Hope you guys enjoyed our little bit of story time, dates, and things out, as well as the episode. If you guys did, you guys do smash the like button if you haven't already done so. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, leave those down below. And if you have any helpful tips, also leave those down below. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one, and peace out.